Hey Stamp friends, welcome to the Joyous Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachel Coon and it's Fun Fold Friday. Today we'll be making a really fun counting sheep fun fold where the sheep does a fun little flip. Go ahead and hold while I flip and we'll get started. All right. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to comment if you're watching live today because one lucky person who comments will get this card for free in the mail as a fun, happy mail that we'll be sending. So let me show you this card and tell you a little bit about the stamp set. So it says, so glad it's your birthday with the sheep on front, and then it has this cute little tag right here, and we pull it and flips open to the other sheep that says, you're amazing. And it flips right back. Isn't that awesome? Just a quick little pull. And then we can go ahead and open it up and it's a regular full-size card. I love it. Super fun. This card is actually inspired by my friend Tammy White. She's an amazing demonstrator for Stampin' Up! And she gave me all the measurements for this card. All right. So this stamp set is called Counting Sheep, and it is awesome because it's for free. No, it's for free when you order $50. And so pick out however many items you want that equals $50, and you can choose this as one of your free celebration items through the month of September. Celebration's already halfway over, so it's now to the point of while supplies last. So if you love this, make sure you grab it before it's gone. All right, let me go ahead and show you some of the fun things with how to make this card. And it's not too hard, just some extra details. I'm gonna set this guy right here so you can see him still. Like I said, this has a regular card base, and I'm using Just Jade. This is one of our in colors that I love, and it's just that 5.5 by 8.5 scored at a 4 1/4. We'll set that one aside, and then I have two pieces of basic white that are the same measurements. One's for the inside, one's for the front of our card. And then I've used the Stitch So Sweetly rectangle dies, or they're scallop rectangles, but they have some other dies in there as well, to create these two awesome scalloped and stitched edges. And then I've created mats for these. All these measurements will be over on my blog. What you just will need is one larger, one smaller, and this is the second largest to the third largest. And so if you want it to be bigger, you even could. Then I have a piece of DSP, and what I've done to the DSP already is I've used my Stitch Rectangle die and I've cut out a center piece. If you don't have your Stitch Rectangle dies, there is also in the Frightfully Cute bundle a die that would work as well. And this one right here. All you need it to be to make it to work is have it be at least 2 inches. So you could just put it through there and see whatever will fit, and that would be perfect. There used to be a Stampin' Up! Punch that worked out great, but that punch has since retired. So use a die to cut out the center of that DSP. And here is our flipping part, the part that makes our sheep move. And it was a 6.5 by 2, and I have it scored at 2 places, at the 2 inch and 2.5 inches. All right, let's go ahead and stamp our sheep first, and then we'll get those mounted and our card assembled, now that you know all of our pieces. All right, let's do Memento ink, which is our ink that I suggest to use when you are using stamping blends, and that's how we'll be coloring our sheep today. I'm gonna use a cute little jumping sheep for our bigger piece. You can use either one, but I think he's really cute. There he is right there. And then let's go ahead and do our cute little, I want to call this like the dancing sheep, or like the high five sheep. So happy. And we'll put that one right there. You want to put that one a little bit lower to give you some space to stamp the saying on top. And the saying here, you can switch it to either way, to have it you're amazing on front, so glad it's your birthday, or vice versa. That's a great thing about this one is interchanging, and you can change up your ink. So I'm going to change my ink. I did the Night of Navy for this one. I'm going to use the Just Jade today. And should I change my saying? You're amazing. So glad it's your birthday. I think we're going to do that. Okay, you're amazing goes with the jumping sheep for the front. Oh, I like that. That different coloring there looks awesome. I'm so glad it's your birthday. Cute, cute. All right, we just need to color these sheep then. And I keep my coloring fairly simple, but you can color these sheep however you want. What I like to do is to use a petal pink for its face. And we'll just go around there and on its ears. If you want to give it a little rosy cheek, just kind of make a circular motion right on that side right there. It gives it a little bit of different coloring. We'll go ahead and do our standing dancing sheep over here. Get her ears as well. Okay. Next, the two colors I'm using are the dark and light gray granite stamping blends. And I'm using just a brush tip for, I think, almost all of it. We're going to do our light color, yep, for his little legs. And we'll use a light color also for the fluffy parts on its wool. If you don't have gray granite, smoky slate would work great as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn it and use the other tip to outline our sheep. Just like that. And it's up to you if you want to outline the whole sheep or just his underbelly here. It really is just a preference. I like to go around the whole outside. And if I don't do the inside, then I need to make sure I do the outside instead and create kind of like a shadow. All right, we'll get this cute one. A lot of sheep are white, and so white is a color that's hard to color in. It's easy just to use paper to create that white, but we don't want to leave it looking unfinished. So just give those little outlines there, and it'll look great. Okay, we just need to do our cute little hooves, and then these guys will be ready. And I'm just using the darker shade. Make sure I grab that's the right one for his little hooves. Same color, just a little bit darker. Okay, fairly easy, right? Awesome. Now let's go ahead and mat these to our Night of Navy. We're going to just use our Seal Plus or liquid glue to attach this one. Flip it and stick it. But this guy on the front, we're going to go ahead and grab the dimensionals to attach this one. I have to apologize, my dishwasher's running. You could totally hear it. So if you hear like a gurgly noise, that's me doing dishes. Well, my version of doing dishes at least. I started it too late, but I wanted to make sure those got done. So I apologize for that background noise. Okay, so we'll just stick this one on. So those two guys are ready, except for we just need to add a party hat. I have one ready that I've stamped in Just Jade, and I've used the dies, which is another fun part about this stamp set and celebration, is you can get the dies as well after you spend $50 more. So $100 worth of product would get you 2 celebration items, and you could pick anything, but I would highly suggest the dies with this one. If not, this one you could totally fussy cut out. It's such a cute little hat that you doesn't need too much. Like, it's not too hard to cut out. Oh, my liquid glue for this guy's almost gone. I might have to grab another. We just want to attach his hat. So in fact, we'll go grab a glue dot. And we'll put the little hat to the dot and press down and attach his cute little hat. Oh, I love it. All right, you guys ready for how to put it together? Let's grab this piece here and grab your bone folder. We're gonna flip it so it's this way. And let's get that score nice and creased. Okay, so it's going to be in here this direction. So what we're going to do is put adhesive right here from this score to the end of the paper. And you're going to want some strong adhesive. So I'm going to grab my Seal Plus, which is the blue, a darker blue. So the difference between the two, they're the exact same case, but one is just stronger. So when you're having moving cards like this, I highly recommend the Seal Plus. Okay, now for this inside piece, we got to line up our little guy here to this score line here, about center, or as center as we can go. Just like that. Awesome. Next, we're going to take some tear tape, which is another strong adhesive. And I had it out here, but let's see where I put it. If I can't find it, we'll just use our Seal Plus. Oh, it was hiding under my ink. So tear tape is awesome. It is also super strong adhesive, and it's great because you could just tear it off the size that you need and stick it where you want it. So I'm going to put this one right here. That's between the two score lines. So that's the 2 inch and the 2.5. And we're going to attach our second sheep here. And get that backing off. There we go. Okay. So same thing, we're going to put this very edge, and we're going to make sure that we are covering up the little sheep underneath to that sheep there. Try to make it look like it's about center. We'll see how we did. There we go. Make sure you get that nice and rubbed in so that way we know it's on there strong. And next, we need to slide it through this part, through our fun little hole in our DSP. So just pull it like this. And then we need to attach this, just the small sheep, on one side right here. So we're going to grab our Seal Plus again, and we're going to just run one nice strip here. Okay. Then we're going to kind of hover it over because we want to be able to look at it and make sure that we are center. You can even kind of hold it above before we squish it down. That looks pretty good. So we're going ahead and press that part down. And that should do it. Should we try it out first? Make sure we're right. So we just pull that one and it flips. Oh, awesome. I love it. I forgot to tell you, on the other side of this paper, you can tell this is another Sale-a-bration item. That's the Penguin Playmates DSP. And I just really love this Just Jade right here. It's a very great, simple background to the opposite side where it has those fun little friends there. Okay, flip it again. I should have said we're going to keep it there on that flip side. And we just need to add dimensionals. We want to keep them out of the track of this guy, but we want to make sure that it's being supportive as well. So put it all around it, but not in the way. So nothing underneath there. Make sure we grab our corners and the far end. Kind of a lot of dimensionals, I know. Before we put that and remove it, let's go ahead and attach this one first to our card base, that basic white. Go. And just get that centered along there. Okay, now we can remove the backings of this one. There's a lot, I know. Okay, now we're gonna flip it and hover it, hold it above to make sure we're lined up and press down. Awesome. I'm going to flip it over real quick so we can add our inside white. This one is kind of a medium shade, so you might have been able to get away without the center, but I really like a nice clean inside to get things written down. Let's flip this, grab our bone folder, help us with that crease. And lastly, we need two more things, our embellishments. So it doesn't technically need this, which I forgot to show you how I made that. I punched that out earlier with our delightful tag topper, and it has these grooves so it fits in there perfectly, and it makes that one and done top. So it has a nice scallop look to it and the whole all with one punch. Love it. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our denim ribbon here, and we're just going to cut just a tiny bit because we're not making a bow or anything awesome like that. We're just going to do a double knot and trim it down. So you need to open it if you want, make sure it's easier to work with. It's up to you. And like I said, we want a double knot for this one, just so that we know it's nice and secure. And you can do this with lots of other stamp sets. So whatever you want to flip, give it a try. Tammy White, she had used the goats to have them flipping, and that's super cute. But I love these sheep, so I had to make sure we had them flipping with this card. Oh, that's so fun. Lastly, if you want, you can always add embellishments. So right here, I have the Genial Gems. Let me grab mine real quick. I forgot to set them out. So I have a embellishment holder. It's an old Stampin' Up case, like a wooden one, that I keep all of my current embellishments in. And you can grab these out. You want just at least 3 of them to put on the very bottom. And that just gives it a fun, kind of a sparkly look there. Okay. That's it. That's the card for today. I hope you guys have loved this one and give it a try. It's really fun. My 10-year-old son loved this one because he can play with it. So make sure you use that strong adhesive. One last plug, if you haven't seen already, I have an event coming up in October 16th for my stamp camp, and it's holiday cards. So be sure to sign up for that event if you want to stamp along with me online in a Zoom, and I would love to have you there. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.